Hi everybody, welcome back. I am Joe the Widget, and I am joined by my fellow amazing co-hosts, starting with the main course, Rook the turkey.
What's up, everybody? I'm not going to have a big turkey this year.
Gobble, gobble.
Got a bit to talk about, so let's get to it.
And we have the main side dish, Archon, the mashed taters.
That's not the main side. What? Green bean casserole, man.
Stuffing, man.
Oh,
I want to say happy Thanksgiving, but technically we are recording the day before Thanksgiving, and you guys are going to hear this on Black Friday. So, happy Black Friday?
Happy Thanksgiving. I'm going to say that just because.
yeah. Hopefully you're
even if it's after.
Hopefully you're listening to us and not getting trampled in the stores.
Well, that's kind of gone down the wayside now.
Yeah, everybody buys everything online now.
Yeah, and these stores have started doing their sales like a week in advance.
Right.
So
Plus,
the actual...
I've noticed a lot of the stores, especially the ads I've gotten, you can buy the same thing online as you can in the store. So it makes more sense to just sit in your home and do it.
Yeah, instead of going out. Well, some people are psycho and like going out at 3 o'clock in the morning to go pick up garbage for ultra cheap.
Yeah.
Spend a bunch of money on your kids so that they can play with the box.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, think of it this way. A lot of people want to do the Black Friday and stuff because it's less likely to get stolen off your porch if you buy it at the store.
Well, yeah, that's true. Unless you leave it on the porch, go pick up something else from your car, and you come back and it's gone. That's some really good porch pirates.
I know, right?
All right, so we got some Starfield to go into, you guys. We got a couple little fun little new stuff, and then we have the patch notes. It's the biggest patch that Bethesda has released yet. But first, there's this really awesome helicopter build that's going around some of the news outlets right now. And I showed it to the guys before the episode. Well, I know Rook looked at it, and it is spot on, except for the propeller. I know that. Well, Archon looked at it too. The propeller looks a little off. Other than that, and it can't rotate, but the body of it is spot on. I'm actually really impressed they were able to pull that off.
Oh, yeah.
There's some creative people out there, man.
Now, it did utilize the merging glitch, but
I was going to ask if they did that or not.
They did multiple times. I was able to point that out. Like the tail rotor where the wings come out, it's actually glitched together. But it's a very simple glitch that you can do, and Bethesda has not seen fit to patch it out. So I'm okay with it. That glitch makes things look more seamless, in my opinion.
Yeah, probably they didn't take it out on purpose.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
They might patch it in, make it a feature.
Yeah.
What do they call that? A happy accident?
It'd be nice if, for once, a company would actually do something like that rather than be like, oh my gosh, they're having fun with this. We better patch it out. I like when companies take those little happy accidents and like, let's just add it so that they don't have to feel like they're cheating anymore.
I believe Bethesda has done that in the past with other games. I just can't think of specifics, but I could have sworn they've done that before.
Yeah, I've seen it. There are a few companies out there that'll take they'll go on like CurseForge or whatever and see the popular mods and they'll be like, let's add this as just a regular feature so people don't have to use third-party mods anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Well, many companies do that. Any game that uses mods, they'll usually, the really popular ones, they'll just snap them up. And they usually give the mod creator a nice little royalty for it.
A little stipend.
Little stipend for creating it, and then they'll use that code and put it in the game officially. Which, if you play the Skyrim Millennial Edition or whatever the heck the new one is, they incorporated, I think, like 20 or 30 of those mods into the game. They made them officially part of it. And then tweaked it, made it a little better, and there you go.
Which version of Skyrim is releasing this year?
I own them all because they were given to me.
Skyrim 10.0.
They're going to have an AR Skyrim now.
Oh, God.
See, that's what they need to do. They need to make a VR mode for Starfield.
For Starfield, yeah, because it's actually really fun on for Skyrim. So
they did it for No Man's Sky, and No Man's Sky is a blast in VR.
Oh, I love it in VR. But I hate to say this, but I think No Man's Sky is better in PlayStation VR than computer VR.
No, I haven't done it on computer, so yeah. I did it on PlayStation VR.
Xbox doesn't really have much as far as like VR goes, so they're probably not really pushing for it that much.
I don't even own a console anymore. I can't afford them.
I have a PS5, but it's my entertainment thing that hooks up to my TV so I can watch Star Trek on Paramount Plus.
You could do that with a Roku for a lot cheaper.
I also play Baldur's Gate on PlayStation.
Which I need to get back over to your place to do that with you.
I have it on PC. I don't have it on.
I'm missing my Rook time. So I used to go to Rook's house most Sundays, and we'd watch football. We would hang out, play some games. Yeah, haven't been able to do that for a while.
Or watch football while playing games.
Yeah, it was just most likely the case during football season.
Hey, that's what laptops are for.
And of course, Archon's too far for me to go and hang out with him in person.
Yeah,
we're trying to invent a transporter. It's just taking time.
Yeah, a little bit of time. Anyway, back to Starfield. Bethesda has launched a Starfield duvet set. So now at least somebody in your bed can see stars too.
When I saw that news article, I just started laughing because I thought that was a joke you made. And no, that's the legit article on the post.
And I read it just like that. It's all in delivery. It's all in the delivery.
Mm-hmm.
Which it looks interesting. It looks like honestly, it looks like something I would want when I was 8 years old.
When I was 8.
If your favorite color is dark blue, it literally, the picture makes it look like it's a dark blue bed set with some white paint splotches.
And a rainbow.
And a rainbow.
Yeah, gotta have the rainbow.
Hey. Now you can make somebody in the bed can see stars and taste the rainbow.
Whoa. Whoa.
This is a PG rated.
PG.
Hey, I could be talking about Skittles.
You can really taste the rainbow. Well, this isn't really news because it's all speculation, but I thought we can get into that. Bethesda announced today that they're going to be bringing down the Creation Club, which is currently hosting Skyrim mods, for maintenance. That's all they're saying is just maintenance. They're not saying why, just, if you are using Skyrim mods right now, you're fine, but if you can't reload them, you can't get new ones, well, we're doing this. And the speculation going around is that they are prepping Creation Club for Starfield.
How long is it going to be down for maintenance?
They didn't give an actual time frame.
Because that could make a big difference.
They said starting the morning of November 29th.
So if it's going to be down for 5 or 6 hours, they're probably doing maintenance on it. If it's going to be down for a few days, then there's a pretty good chance. Working in
IT, we can do maintenance in a matter of minutes.
Yeah, so there's a pretty good chance that they're doing something big if it's going to be down for a long
period. Honestly, dealing with computer systems that have to process a lot of data at work, when they go down, they're usually down for 5 to 6 hours because of all the backups and stuff they're doing.
Unless you're live servers.
If it's down for a few hours, that's one thing. If it's down for days...
No, they won't ever bring it down for days. Nothing will go down for days in this industry. If they're patching in something, it'll be down for maybe 4 hours at the most.
If patching in is usually faster than heavy maintenance on a server.
You say nothing, but I've actually I've said it before on the show. I'm a pretty avid EverQuest player from back in the day, and just as recently as last year when I was playing it, they added in like a big huge content patch, and the server was down for 37 hours. So
I wonder if that's because as soon as they added the the content patch, it messed up the server in some way, and they had to address that.
Yep.
But if it goes smoothly, which in many cases they have the bugs worked out on the big devs.
And the Creation Club, I'm 99% sure it's actually cloud sourced. It's not physical server.
Well, cloud source has to be stored somewhere. There's
There
a
are
physical
multiple
server
machines.
somewhere.
It's a lot faster than a physical singular server.
Stored in the clouds.
Anyway,
I do hope it is, because they're doing the creation kit stuff install now, so they can start testing it out and make sure it's good. Because while I love this game, I absolutely adore this game, Bethesda needs to do something.
clamoring at the bit for more content, like Archon was talking about last episode.
Yeah, I love the game.
I've kind of come to a bit of an epiphany, though, as far as that's concerned. Like, everybody's on all the forums and everybody's everywhere saying, "Oh, we need more content. We need more content. We need more content." This is not a online multiplayer game.
No, it's not.
And when have you ever, like Hogwarts Legacy, for instance, that game came out, you played the game, you played through the game, and then you just played through the game again and again and again. They're not adding new content every couple weeks. They're not adding patches every couple weeks. Yes, they're fixing a few bugs here and there, but that's kind of what Bethesda's doing with this. This is a single-player game that was released from point A to point B. They said that eventually they will release a DLC. Yes, we're waiting for that, but they never once... I mean, it's not like your World of Warcraft where you need to add new content every couple of weeks to keep people interested.
Yeah, for subscriptions.
For subscriptions. That's not the type of game this is. This is a single-player game. It is you bought the game and you got the game, and now you got to wait for them to release the next version of the game.
I'm in 100% agreement with that. Yeah, I know it's such a good game that we would love to have more content. You know, anybody would who's in love with this game. But like Archon said, it is a standalone.
And yes,
Right.
while I completely agree with that, at the same time, a lot of people are saying that they're seeing the updates that Baldur's Gate are patching out really quick, like clockwork. Did my snaps come
Baldur's
through?
Gate is a multiplayer game. I mean, you can play that game online with friends, and that's the way the game is designed. But like Baldur's Gate 1, when that game came out, you played it, and then you waited for Baldur's Gate 2 to come out because...
Yeah, but you got to remember, we're in a different generation than Baldur's Gate 1, where it was hard to release patches back then.
I agree with that, but still, like, okay, then I'll compare it to a more modern game, Elden Ring.
I don't know, never played it.
Out,
Yeah, I did. I played it for 2 hours. That's it.
You played it, you beat it, and then you're done. And
Now
you wait until the next game comes out.
Now, my whole issue is while a lot of people want more content, I'm okay with the game the way it is. I love the exploration. I haven't sat down long enough during exploration to explore every single system. I want to explore every single system. So I got plenty of work to do. Oh man, I just called it work.
I had an epiphany with my character I'll talk about in a little bit, because I did a live stream with my main a couple days back, which you can still... Well, I'll talk about later. Anyway, we had a good conversation. Let's keep this going.
But the one thing I want to see them do more of is address the major bugs quicker. Because I'm still highly upset it took this long for them to release the patch to patch out the inability to access inventory and save games in the alternate universes.
I also got to think that they got to narrow this down. They got to find out what exactly is causing the bug. They got to figure out how to fix it. And if that fix is going to break something else, it's a cycle. I know it takes some time to do it.
I understand that, but I also live by the principle perception is key and perception is life. And if it's perceived that you're not really caring to put out the patches, that's the way people are going to see it. Me personally,
yeah, you can't do anything about that.
I moved away from that bug. I still have that bug on my main character, so I haven't played him. But this new Explorer is really fun because I'm actually now paying attention to my explorations.
Which is awesome.
I'm going to roll into my week right now because of this.
Yeah, and I got to, before you begin, I'm loving the pictures, dude. You have taken that challenge and you've rolled with it. Mm-hmm. Did you want to... Are you going to bring up what happened in our Discord?
Oh, the challenge that one of the Discord people had?
Yeah.
So, in the Discord, I can't remember the person's name.
Yeah, I just forgot that too.
There's one of our Discord members that's been following us for a while. I want to say it was Baza.
It wasn't one of the new ones?
It was one of the newer ones. I want to say it was Baza.
Yeah, I don't remember where it was at. So
I'm sorry.
I apologize.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But he came out and challenged me directly with finding the most weirdest or craziest thing I can find on my screenshots.
Creatures.
And they're going to... Creatures, yes, specifically creatures. And they're going to one-up me.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a race-off to see who can find the most interesting creatures in this game.
A couple people have actually... And a couple other people in the Discord have joined it. And they've already started posting a few, which I found to be very amusing. Like, Illness had this one... I can't even describe what it is. It looks like an armadillo with two bigger claw legs with a giant cell for a back.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking at that picture right now.
I'm trying to go to it right now.
It's in the in-game pictures, yeah.
Yeah, I'm scrolling through it.
And a lot of people don't
like
forget about our in-game pictures category, and they keep posting them everywhere else.
I always get so busy playing. I actually found a really cool creature with my playthrough this week, but I always get so busy I just completely forget about taking in-game pictures.
Yeah, I'm too combat focused. I ignore most wildlife.
Cherry Bomb has done the best because she does them all like selfies.
Yo, yeah, her pictures were amazing. I think we talked about that last episode too.
Mm-hmm. And then Kilo Tango put a was it him that put the picture of the fish?
Yeah. The one I caught a fish this big.
The one right there in neon.
He did the arms wide pose, and he's like, I caught a fish this big, and it's just they're having fun with it, which is exactly what we want in our Discord.
Yeah, I'm looking through it, and I see that Diamond, he put a couple of them in there. I don't think he was the one that challenged, though.
No, I don't remember if it was in the Starfield General or...
It was in General.
Was it?
All right.
Yeah, because they've been posting other funky ones there.
All right, there's a lot of posts.
Okay, it was Baza. He did start it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, he challenged me, and so I haven't had time to actually do exploration this week due to real-life work. But this weekend, I'm going to be doing a lot of exploration. I'm going to see what I can find, because right now I'm busy knocking out Iridani, because that's my favorite system to make a base. And so once I'm down there, I'm going to start going to all these other off-the-wall places. But I got a question for y'all. Y'all have done picture mode, right?
Yeah, of course.
Nope. Have y'all had the issue of the environmental effects being removed when you go into photo mode?
No.
Every time I go in, it can be raining, it can be a dust storm. It just vanishes. It removes all environmental effects.
I wonder if it's... You accidentally have one of the filters on. I don't know of a filter that removes those, though.
Mine's default. I don't change my filters that often.
Right.
Though I was playing around with all the different lighting, and you can do like Apollo 11 mission style photographs.
Oh, they've got so many filters in there. Jeez, if you're into selfies, this is the mode for you.
But luckily, I run NVIDIA, so if I want to take a screenshot of the thing through NVIDIA screen capture, I'll do that, and it has all of them.
Starfield Snapchat, there we go.
Starfield Snapchat. But yeah, that was my biggest things, is seeing actually one of our listeners challenge me to a creature photo op.
And then other people getting all excited and getting into it. I haven't seen much of it, though, people. Come on, I've been looking for those creatures. And please put them in the pictures category.
I'm not entirely sure I know how to take a picture in the game, because I've never tried it.
All right, you go into your scanner, and then it'll give you the command at the bottom, one of your commands at the bottom that tells you photo mode or zoom and all that.
I've been doing it the other way. I just get my post, and I'll hit escape, and then go to photo mode.
I just quickly go FV, and that scanner photo mode.
Yeah, that's probably quicker.
Well, when you're exploring, you don't got time to go escape photo mode.
Oh, really? I'm rarely in my scanner, so...
I'm always in my scanner, because You can actually see different areas. You can zoom in with it, like magnifying glass, and sometimes you can see some cool stuff.
I'm looking through a scope all the time.
See, I'm not.
Yeah.
My primary weapon is an iron sight Beowulf.
Nice. Very nice.
So, I'm iron sighting guys. I'm a real soldier. I might put a reflex sight on it later.
You're going to be a real soldier. You need ACOG.
Unfortunately, I like the reflex sight better.
All right.
But yeah, I just wanted to let everybody know. I do get critical about how the game is done at times, but this is still by far my favorite game. It even beats out Elite Dangerous at this point when it comes to space sims.
Interesting.
Considering I got over 1,000 hours in Elite Dangerous.
Oh man, it was a fun week for me. But I'm gonna let Archon go.
Let me go. Okay. Well, when the new patch came out, naturally I had to jump in and see what I thought about it. So I turned my beast into beast mode, turned everything up to full, everything, every setting to max performance, and just tried to make it look as good as possible. And the DLSS does make it look great, but I kept getting a bunch of visual issues. Like, when I turned everything up, all of a sudden it looked like Sarah had stuck her finger in a light socket. Her hair was all, like, super frizzy and snarly looking. It was all fuzzy and weird, and, like whenever she'd turn her head or move, or, like, her whole body would just start, like, spasm twitching and stuff, and it was really weird. And I'm like, man, I wonder if it's just her. So, like, I went back to Constellation, and I'm looking around and talking to the other people, and all the guy characters looked totally fine. Noelle looked totally fine. Andresia, same thing. Her hair went, like, all weird, and it was like she had, like, frizzy hair instead of her normal straight hair, and it looked like they both, like, just woke up and, like, just rolled out of bed, except it was, like, really fuzzy. And, like, I tried to get her to, like, come with me, and so we start walking out of the building, and she just starts, like, glitching in the doorway, and, like, it was so weird. But then when I turned the settings back down, everything was fine. So it was something with that DLSS that was just kind of glitching me out a little bit.
Were you doing the DLA, the Ultra on the DLS?
Yeah, I had it all the way. I had it all the way set up to, like, max performance or whatever.
Set it. Oh, you were on performance.
Yeah.
If you go the opposite way and do it for graphic, and then don't do all the way to DLA, just keep it to DLSS settings, just one step above or below the max, and that should get rid of that problem and still look stunning.
Yeah, mine was set on performance, not graphic, so maybe that's part of the issue too, but it still looked great.
I tend to not run anti-aliasing set up very high because it does slow down computers at times.
Oh, it doesn't. My computer runs that at max. No problem. It's a beast.
Yeah.
This one probably could, but I just so used to playing on older, crappier computers that I'm used to keeping them low.
I had I'll talk about it more, but I had DLSS on, and I put the new features, and I went from, like, 22 frames a second, which was horrible on Ultra, up to about 70. And the graphics were 10 times better.
Yeah. DLSS does make a pretty big difference. But, yeah, I was like, all right, I'm going to get a little bit of controller time on, testing out my character. And that hour or two that I planned on playing turned into quite a bit more. I ended up blowing through, like, the entire main story mission.
That's the best time, man.
And, like, half of the, like, big side missions I had left. I actually I ran into this really weird creature formation too, and I should have taken a picture of it and put it in the Discord with everybody. But they're these, like, they were shaped almost like raptors, but they looked like they were made out of plants. But they behaved exactly like the raptors do in the Jurassic Park movies. So, like, they were aggressive creatures, so they kept coming at me, and I'd back up, and as I was backing up, you'd hear them making noises at each other, and then they'd, like, form off in teams and try and flank me and stuff. I was like, I was really amused by it. It was kind of fun to fight these until, like, I backed up and I couldn't move anymore, and I realized that there was a ginormous one of those things that was about 3 times the size of the other ones behind me.
So they were
snuck up behind me.
They were Verdenia raptors.
Sure.
Instead of
this was like
bad joke.
This was like Mama Verdenia raptor, and yeah, I died like within seconds. She just ate me.
Ate your face.
So you know all of the instances I complained about Sam going haywire with gunplay while I was exploring. That's why he was shooting all of them.
The little raptor guys, you've seen them?
Yeah,
they're kind of cool looking.
Oh, they are.
The way they react and stuff are really it's really cool. Like the way they like communicate with each other to coordinate attacks. Like I haven't really seen any of the other mobs in this game do that. They all just kind of swarm you and just try and eat your face. These ones like trick you and then eat the back of your head.
I do like how they gave all the creatures. I do like how they gave all these creatures in this planet different personalities. Like some will attack you because they're territorial. Some will just give you a warning and all that. And
the AI sets.
Different. Yeah.
But all in all, even though I planned on only playing for a little while, I entered the Unity this morning, like a little bit before I went to work. I entered the Unity and I finished my controller play. Well, the goal was to get through the whole game with the controller and see what I thought. And my final analysis between the completely unbiased between the keyboard and the controller is I cannot wait to get back to my keyboard. As much as I enjoyed playing the controller, it was fun, and I will probably still any space things I do, like if I'm flying in my ship, I'll probably still use my controller for that because I did really enjoy how fluid it is and how well it plays. But anytime I'm on the ground or walking around or doing any type of combat at all,
mouse and keyboard. You can't beat it.
You just can't beat the reaction time of how it's so much quicker to just point and click than it is to try and maneuver the joysticks to where you want them. It's just quicker, like way quicker. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. I think I probably used 3 times as much ammo at least playing through this way as I do with my keyboard and mouse. And I don't know. Like I said, the space combat was way more fluid. I liked it a lot more.
Nice.
But everything else, definitely keyboard and mouse was the way to go.
Yeah, I talked about that before. Like anytime I'm doing a driving game, I have to have a controller because it's easier. I think the keyboard mouse is too responsive for that kind of thing and it's just awkward. Except for flying.
It's really awkward. I don't even like it for flying. I mean, I take that back. I like it for Elite Dangerous just because it's easier when I don't have my joystick with me. But I have a joystick and a throttle assembly. I still haven't got to figure out if I can use it on this game.
Yeah, we've got to figure that out. That would be fun. Mm-hmm. My gameplay was interesting. So like I said last week, right, I had that issue where everyone despises me, hates my guts. I went in the game just to see where I was at, and Barrett was right there in my face, practically screaming at me and seething with pure hatred. So like, nope, turn it off. Went and reloaded in the back. I went about 2 hours back on the saves, and they still hated me. So I went further back. I wound up having to go to the previous day, real life day. And then I finally got to a point where it was no longer hating me. And it was where I was with Barrett going to talk to the lawyer for his little side mission. I avoided both those quests that I did in that area were somewhere in that mix caused this issue. So I just completely avoided them, and I started going back into doing the UC quest line. But then I turned it off because people in chat were talking. I was talking about maybe live streaming, and they were asking me to do my main. So I turned on my live stream on Twitch, and I started playing my main. They wanted to see my sniper skills. Couldn't say no. Went to a level 75 planet. Went to a base that was there, and it's a very base identical to the final temple in the main game. Mm-hmm. That really long pathway that you go down. Found a good little perch on a landing pad, and I wound up taking out the entire base in a matter of seconds. Quick scoping, and I was making some incredible shots. And I have proof. In fact, later on, I went after that base. I went to another little one, and a ship landed, and I want to go take it over. But before I did, it was way, way in distance, like to the point where it was barely in my visible range. Took my scope out. For fun, I took a shot at the cockpit. I got 140 XP as soon as I pulled that trigger. And I don't have any followers with me. I swear I killed the pilot. Everyone in chat thought I killed the pilot.
Proof. Do you have a recording?
Yes, I have a clip.
I need to see that.
How do we know it was you?
It's clearly me. Twitch.tv.
I just don't know if you can kill somebody inside the cockpit.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know if you could either, but it was weird because I aimed up the shot exactly where I thought the pilot would be. I pulled that trigger and I got the XP notice.
Now, it is very possible the ship was far enough away where it didn't render the entire textures of the ship and you killed the pilot.
Yeah, I don't know. But you can see the shock in my face. If you go to twitch.tv/thewidget, WIGIT, I have a couple clips there. One of them was that cockpit shot. And everyone in chat was like, chat just stopped. It was scrolling by and it just stopped. And people just started up and like, OMG, going off about how I killed the pilot somehow. I went to go check on it, and I saw a line of, I want to say 6 or 7 Crimson, not Crimson Fleet, one of those other pirate groups.
Ellipticals?
Yeah, Elliptics. They were all lined up, and I missed my opportunity to take them all out with one shot. If I would have moved a couple feet over to the left, I could have done it. Instead, I got, I aimed up a shot for the elite on the front, killed him with one shot, took my second shot, killed 4 more of them with that one shot, turned to the right and killed the last guy. I killed like 6 or 7 of them in 3 shots, and I clipped that one too.
All right, Widget, I would like to say you lied. It's not 140 XP, it's 115 XP.
Oh, 115. Oh, I got the wrong number.
And that was a bad A shot.
Did you see the other clip where I took out the group?
Nah, I just watched the sniper shot in the of the cockpit, and now your face just dropped.
Did that really happen?
That's what it looked like. You're like, wait, did I just do that?
I posted both these clips in our chat too.
Like in Discord?
Yeah, in Discord.
Where is that at?
And the entire 2-hour live stream's still up, so you can still see it. I did some really good shots in that stream. I did some really good shots. Like one, I barely noticed a little bit of movement at the far end of my scope through these rafters, 2 sets of rafters. I saw a little glint of a helmet, barely above it. I landed up, took that shot, and went to aim up for another shot, and the XP notice popped up. It was fun. I had a great time. Talked to some good people, some good friends on the stream, and I'm going to do it again because that was a blast. And it made me miss my main so much that I really want to just take him to 100 now without doing the shortcut with the bases. But I want to continue. I want to get to New Game 10. So I'm going to do that. I'm still going to play on my other one. I want to finish that challenge. I want to get to that whatever millions of credit I set. Ridiculous goal for myself. So I'm going to continue that. And the next day they did the DLC, DLSS, and I did do it. And it was insane how gorgeous my game became. I've struggled from the beginning with the graphic settings in this game. It kept reverting in the beginning. It automatically set me to lowest settings for some reason. I have a powerful laptop, and it kept on setting me to lowest settings, and I had to keep on going back. And finally, it stuck, but the graphics were never okay. I'd have to go and readjust it to get them back. But when I turned on the DLSS, it was how I imagined the game should be. Except for during my stream, I would suddenly get these lag spikes where my frame rate dropped dramatically. I go in, it reverted back to the old settings. I go in and change it. 15-20 minutes later, it dropped again. I had to go back in and change it, and it kept on doing this process. I thought, well, maybe it was just because I was live streaming. So the next day, I went on my other character and started playing him, and it did it every 5 to 10 minutes. I just got fed up with it and turned it off. But I think it's a problem with my game. It's been that way from the beginning, and it'll eventually stick at some point.
Or there's just some obscure setting that you're missing somewhere to lock it in place permanently.
I never seen. I was looking for a save. Save these settings. It's gorgeous. Let me save it. I'm gonna keep at it and see what we can get. One thing I want to bring up. It's been going around the news quite a bit, or not news, but social media, and that's this point of interest of an abandoned mining rig that they were claiming is super rare, and it contains a very nasty surprise inside. I don't know if you want to spoil it, but yeah.
Oh, I love spoiling it, so I'll spoil it.
Go for it.
All right, so this is a spoiler if you haven't gone to that point of interest. There's an abandoned mining facility. I've hit this thing like
it looks like an oil rig on land.
Yeah, I found them mostly in the frozen locations, more like the icy moons. But there's a bunch of swarmlings, and then there's these brood mothers, and they've killed everybody on the thing, and you don't see them when you first get there. But they are very horde type attacks. If y'all remember on the very first recording, the first or second recording we did after the game release, I told y'all I was barely staying alive fighting something.
Oh, that was it?
This was it. That it was those creatures. I was downing any kind of food items or health packs I had to stay alive to kill these big
they come at you in hordes from the videos. I haven't gone into one yet. But one of the videos I saw that they were actually, you could see the legs. There was somebody at the front door coming through it. They opened up as like a wave of enemies that came after him. It was nuts.
Oh, yeah.
So you throw a nice little grenade.
So I was thinking.
But being at a higher location them does not help. They will jump up to where you're at. So they're not just stationary on the same floor as they will jump up. So, like I said, they're mostly on moons and stuff with light.
You know what got to me about it, though? Remember last episode I was talking about those cretins that I was dealing with? They're the exact same mob.
Yeah.
Yeah, my new character would get slaughtered. My main would just slaughter them.
This soldier character, he went through and just killed everything because I have the Beowulf and I have 4. Okay, I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's because I took the scavenging perk, but I'm running around with 4,000 rounds for my gun. And it's my primary gun I use all the time.
Oh, I love that scavenger perk on my new guy.
Great for finding ammo.
And yeah, with my new guy, it's awesome. I didn't do it on my main. And I also released a clip of me that shows my loadout, my combat loadout for my character.
Oh, yeah. I haven't looked at that one yet.
So you can look at that too, guys, if you're curious about how I built my sniper.
Twitch.tv/thewidget.
Yep. And don't forget, you can join our Discord where all this stuff happens continually, including this new challenge that's been going on, our listener-created challenge. Discord.gg/raw podcasts. PODCASTS.
So what do you guys think about them adding the new way to eat food in the game?
Why don't you tell us? Because I haven't used it yet.
I have.
I actually eat food now.
I do.
When I find it there on the ground, I just consume it, and then it gives me the little buff, and
it makes that skill for eating food way more viable.
Yeah, it does. Because I actually eat. I've literally never eat food, and now since I don't want to pick it up and have it take up inventory space, but there's no reason not to eat it if it's just sitting there.
And especially if you're low on health and you're in a kitchen, why not just gobble it all up and go on?
Or if you don't have a buff or something, you might as well just get a buff.
Well,
why not? It's right there.
Yeah.
My alcoholic soldier is going to start running around just drinking every alcohol he sees instead of waiting.
Drunk half time. I swear I killed 17 in that one room. There's 3 corpses.
I've never drank anything either. Does your character actually get drunk and start
you can
blurry vision?
It gives you blurry vision the first few seconds you do it, but then it focuses, and it's like when you first initially get buzzed, how you get that quick high from being buzzed, and then you focus in on, and it's like it's not affecting you.
I'm not really a drinker, so got nothing.
Well, it has that, but I haven't gotten the effects of addiction yet, so I'm not sure how that's going to affect the gameplay.
Oh yeah, I haven't tested that.
Give me beer. I need more beer.
We obviously know that's a part of the game because there's stuff to cure it.
Yeah, the addict all and whatnot.
But that's for when you get addicted to the hard stuff.
Aurora or whatever.
Yeah, does that work for can you get addicted to alcohol too?
I don't know. I won't know until I've drank enough alcohol to get addicted.
Yeah, I haven't tried Aurora either on my character. I don't know what the effects are.
Either. I haven't done any of that stuff. That might actually be interesting to try.
Of all the people that should use Aurora, the politicians should use Aurora.
My main can make it and just send it to him.
I feel like... I wonder if you can give yourself, like, alcohol poisoning and stuff, too, if you drink too much alcohol.
We need to experiment, guys. We got to experiment with this stuff. We got to do it for the people.
For the people.
For the people. By the people.
I got to get enough, though. Like, gotta find
our listeners have a right to know.
I drank 47 beers back to back, and it did this.
The most I've drank is 3 back to back, and it hasn't made me an alcoholic yet. So
I've done maybe 1 or 2 here and there, depending on which character I'm playing. My main, he'll take them.
Find out there's a hit.
Now that I can just drink on the spot.
Find out there's a hidden perk to the soldier where you can drink and drink and drink and not get drunk.
No, yeah.
Same with the politician.
Destroyed liver.
All right, so I would like to discuss these patches if y'all are okay with it.
Yeah, we'll do that to finish out the show. Let's do it.
All right, so everybody knows about the NVIDIA DLSS support and then the eat button. So fixes and improvements. They've performed this performance and stability improvements. They've addressed a bunch of memory-related issues.
Which is always nice.
Yeah. They added some GPU performance optimizations and improved renderer threading model, improving CPU usage, but both of those are mostly notable on the higher-end systems.
And those will improve your frame rate while maintaining your graphic look.
And they're very vague, various stability and performance improvements.
Yeah, because there's probably like 15 or 20 of them I didn't want to listen or list. And
yeah, there are probably a lot of minor ones that added up together do something big. All right, so gameplay. Obviously, eating food in the world. They've adjusted the stealth to be a bit more forgiving. So I know a lot of people probably like that a little bit more.
I can't wait to stream on my main now because the last stream I did was before it. So now I want to do it. No, it was the same time. And there was once where I got spotted when I shouldn't have.
The guy that spotted you, I think he started shooting at your location, but you were still marked as hidden.
Well, there was one time where I was not where I was spotted.
Okay, so the guy I watched on your video when you shot all those people, he was just shooting at your general location.
It happened a couple times. There's this other compadres, dropping like flies all around them, and
everybody knows suppressors aren't really that quiet.
No, they're not. Not in real life.
Fixed an issue where Andreas's head will stay permanently cloaked. They fixed an issue that can prevent players from firing their weapons, which kind of sort of would be a big issue.
Yeah.
Now, sadly, I hate to say it, but the NPC guards for the UC and the FC will no longer be real bad butts because they will now be should be outside wearing their clothes.
Instead of running around naked. Hi, guys!
Instead of running around naked in the atmosphere of Mars. They fixed the issues where NPCs could be seen not wearing clothes. They fixed an issue where skill challenges when you go through Unity would stop progressing. They fixed it so it should keep progressing now. They fixed an issue they fixed that issue about not being able to open your inventory and saving. On PC, they fixed an issue where mouse movement could be choppy, which I saw my mouse movement was choppy today, so not sure if that was for specifically Steam or PC in general.
Good enough.
Yeah.
Well, because
maybe your computer was just lagging.
It could have been my computer, but I have noticed a lot of times when they say PC, they're referring to Steam. Fixed a rare issue that could cause the home ship to be lost. So that's a plus. Fixed an issue where the ship services technician might be missing. I had that happen once when I think it was Widget was trying to tell me where exactly the ship technician was, and I was there and there was nothing there.
Oh yeah, and Neon.
Yeah. Fix an issue where occasionally the camera could shake incorrectly during traveling, grab jumping, docking, or landing transitions. I've never seen that one, so it must be a rare issue. There's only 2 more groups. The next one is graphics. They've addressed an issue with how ambient occlusion appeared in ultra-wide resolutions. I never see that because I don't have an ultra-wide monitor.
It affected me once or twice.
Optimize initial Slater compilation that occurs on startup. That explains why mine went really fast today. Yeah, I logged in and rebooted the game, and it said optimizing initial shader, and it was like 0 to 100 in 3 seconds.
Nice. They need to redo my shaders. Hopefully it'll stick to the right one.
Added the ability to adjust brightness and contrast in the display settings menu. I don't know why they didn't do that to begin with.
Right.
Because you can do it in photo mode from the beginning. Added the ability to adjust HDR brightness, provided that the system supports it. Windows 11 and Xbox only.
I saw those 2 settings and I played around with them.
Oh, yeah. Address a number of materials that could sometimes present an unintended pattern under certain conditions. I don't know what they're talking about.
It's super vague.
Yeah. It must be something a few people have talked about, though, if they're fixing it now. Because I haven't seen anything that wasn't unintended. Fix various visual-related items to field of view slider, which was expected after they added it. Improve the appearance of the eyes on crowd characters. I've never paid attention to their eyes.
No, I haven't either. Now you're going to start paying attention to them.
Now that they fixed it, we're going to start looking at them.
Oh, yeah. Some of them had like weird bulgy eyes that looked like they were coming out of their heads and stuff.
Okay. Address a number of minor visuals related to lighting, shadows, terrain, and vegetation, which I have seen today. And on PC, they addressed additional visual issues related to DLSS, which I got a feeling they're going to keep working on those because people are having issues with those.
It's a big deal.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if you've heard, but that's kind of a big deal.
Just a little bit, maybe.
All right, and so the final group is quests. There's about 10 quests that they adjusted.
I don't know if we need to go into all of them.
I'm going to go the ones I've actually ran. So all that money can buy. Have you had an issue where you couldn't sit down when you're in the lounge with, what's his name?
No.
Nope.
Yeah, neither have I. Apparently that's been a rare issue. I've never done the Quest Blast Zone, but they fixed the rocks appearing where they're supposed to. Echoes of the Past, they've made it where you could reach the Queen. Eye of the Storm, they fixed an issue that progression could be blocked due to prompts. Grunt Work, they address an issue where if you completed something else, when you go to the lodge during high price of pay, it would block stuff. It would block progression. No sudden moves. They fixed an entrance, prevent the entrance door opening. Operation Starseed, they fixed an issue where the key that is needed you can now find all the time. Sabotage, they fixed an issue where David Barron could potentially be found. Short-sighted, they fixed an issue that was rare. Control locked. And then Heart of Mars fixed an issue where players might not be able to mine the Heart of Mars.
I'm glad I didn't run into that.
Yeah, because you've actually done that quest.
Yep. I still have it in my character's inventory. I gotta get rid of it. Things weighs 10 pounds.
Yeah, so I'm glad the gameplay settings, I'm glad they actually fixed a lot of the stuff they said they fixed. I got tired of walking around Mars and seeing guys naked outside.
One of the big ones they fixed was that New Game Plus issue that you ran into.
Dude, that was so annoying.
So now you can actually access your inventory and save if you get one of those rare universes.
Yeah, because I don't know if any of our listeners actually remember that made me so mad. I got one and had to pretty much speed run it and died in the process.
Well, that's it for the show tonight, guys. This was actually a pretty fun episode. And we all hope that you guys had an absolutely fantastic Thanksgiving if you're celebrate Thanksgiving, because in a lot of parts of the world they do not. If you want to follow this show, you may. You can do it on Twitter at StarfieldRaw. You can email us with any questions, comments, concerns, anything you want. StarfieldRaw@gmail.com. And we will most likely put it on the air if it's interesting, which is most likely. Again, our Discord is discord.gg/raw, R.A.W. podcasts, PODCASTS. And you can follow us on Facebook, Starfield Raw. And individually, you can follow me on Twitter. I am at The Widget, WIGIT.
I am at Rook213.
And I am at the Archon 606.
I would like to say one thing real quick. It's been brought to our attention that several of the podcasts for Starfield have been leaving the Starfield world. So I would like to tell everybody that we don't plan on going anywhere. You're stuck with us, and we love doing this show for y'all.
Yeah, today was an absolute blast with these guys. They're so much fun to do a show with. All right, guys, keep looking down those scopes for me this week, and have a wonderful week.
Stay safe in the deepest black.
Reach for the stars.
You can hold that pose pretty good. Even though, I saw a slight twitch there.
It's starting to hurt. That's why. Yeah, testing one. Yeah, it worked for a minute.
It was working fine until the dog ran across the corner right there.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Like, damn.
What's he doing? Like, I can hold release still for a long time too, but I keep getting cars driving by in my window. Yep, there goes one.
Yep, there's one.
Do they? Ooh, fancy.
So at least someone in your bed can see stars.
You have to say that on there.
Yes. Anybody roll the dice today and see how it's gonna go?
I have not.
I want to see which one rolls better.
17.
Really? Okay.
17 and 13, actually.
Not terrible. 30
I do
out
it.
of 40.
I got 11 and a 9.
20 out of 40. That's so.
All right. We are solid.